I was a very average football coach here because I was a small school coach in a big school. I did not know how to run it like a CEO. So I changed to be athletic director only, 1995. And my last game as a football coach was a miserable affair. We got killed. And I overheard parents walking across our red dirt track, and they said, "I don't know what's wrong with our kids. We just don't seem to have any pride." That struck me like a lightning bolt. I started thinking in terms, what could we change?
When you serve a school, in this case, your job is much bigger than your job description. And Dick saw every kid in this school as a part of his job, even though it might not fall under his job description. When you came to games, that pride really showed in their student sections. I can remember, back in his tenure when you couldn't get in that gym. You had to be there for the JV game to get a seat, and I think that student involvement, really reflected in the pride in their teams.
I think just let everybody know that we're all Fayetteville, no matter what aspect that is, whatever your particular sport or activity that you do, it's just all together and family, and that was big. And we had a great community following. I think those were some of the best times of actual community fan-based. Football games were super packed, and basketball games were always packed, and not even only for the boys' games, but our girls' games were sold out. And Coach Johnson was a big part of that, getting those things accomplished and really building the camaraderie around to be a big staple in the state of Arkansas.
I know so many coaches that were coached here under him, and that was the first thing that they talked about, is the great support that they got from him. And if there was things on their need list, he got it done. He found a way to get it done. A lot of times he said yes before he knew how he was going to get there.
Once he got you in that spot, he was pretty much hands off, other than pat on the back, and that's how we started every year. I mean, we'd have a coaches meeting, and he would go from head coach to head coach and say, "Hey, what do you need equipment-wise? What do you need facility-wise? You need another assistant." It was always like that. Now, you might not get it, but he would do everything he could to try to make sure you got it. Just a different approach to everyday school life. And you felt like he cared about you. You felt like your sport was the most important sport to him, whether it was or not. Didn't matter. You felt that. I can remember in football, he had the same chain crew out there forever because they all respected him and loved him, and deservedly so. He was just such a good people person and relationship builder that he would bring in people out of the community, and he raised money that way for facilities and transformed our football stadium, started the transformation of facilities around here that were unbelievable.
He brought a lot of corporate America into that, and then they, all of a sudden here there's the Harmon renovation project, which was 100% coming from private donations. You've got the All-Star games, you've got holiday hoops, you got Saturday Day of Champions. Those are major undertakings, in addition to raising funds for his athletic programs, whether it be revenue-producing sports and or non-revenue producing sports. He was really one of the pioneers to be able to generate funds through corporate America for his high school athletes.
It's hard to raise money when you're asking for you. It's not hard to raise money when you're asking for the kids. You picture them. You picture the ones that don't have a chance unless you help them have a chance.
All the kids in our neighborhood, it's like he grew up with us, he cared about us. He really showed, I think you hear that cliche that, you can get a kid's attention and be able to coach them when you show that you care about them.
I think he always had the kids, they were number one. People are going to come and go, but when you think about the number of kids that he's influenced, the number of great athletes, world-class athletes that have come through this athletic program, and everything that he did, being as progressive as he was based around kids, whether they were athletes or not. He truly cared about the kids at Fayetteville High School.
The really positive part of all of our stuff, there weren't many barriers between coaches and kids. Even now, I get hugs for the times that we all were on the same team. An athletic department, athletic program is just a big team. A public school is just a big team. That's why leadership is so important. That's why unselfishness is so important. And that's why the ability to see a bigger picture is so important. I've had a lot of years of reflection now. When I was thinking about what I would say to you, I couldn't figure out what it would be because I've got so many paths that I could follow. But I figured out two things. One, that I'd not name any people because I don't want to leave anybody out. But two, my message was going to be gratitude to Fayetteville for giving me a chance to be a part of it. That's my message.